Hey folks, Rob Daniels here from the movie, TV, and video game soundtrack program Visions in Sound. If you're looking for me, you can find me every Saturday morning, 12 to 2 a.m. Eastern Time on Mix 98.5. Let's say you missed the show. Well, you know what? If you're also looking for me, you can find me on my website, visionsinsound.ca. Wonderful stuff. Fantastic. So here we are with the first video of 2025. And you know what? We're at week 31. Amazing stuff. We are now only 6 months, approximately, away from the 25th anniversary of my show, Visions in Sound. That's what this all started with. I don't know if maybe people aren't aware of this. I started way back in June of 2024, and I have been going ever since then to talk about the wonderful scores that you may have missed, or you may not have necessarily taken the time to listen to. In any case, what happens if you take some Firefly, Halo, a little bit of the Western genre, some 2D animation, and just for spice, maybe throw in some Battlestar Galactica with a little bit of the Elmer Bernstein score. Then you've got the 2012 game Starhawk with music by Christopher Lennertz. Wow. So impressed with this score. Now, the game itself, I have not played. I'll be the first to admit it that most of the soundtracks that I own, which I'm looking around actually at, most of the soundtracks I own that are game soundtracks, I haven't played the games. There are some exceptions, but I haven't played most of the games involved. And I know that but I am more of a music person, we'll say on that. I play video games, but I'm a more classic gamer. So I go back to like the Commodore 64 days and stuff like that. So I go back a bit further. In any case, Christopher Lennertz Starhawk. When I first heard it, I was like, this is for a science fiction game? This is amazing stuff. Have a listen to this opening track and just have a listen. Fantastic stuff. Now, this is kind of, like I said, kind of a homestead approach to, you do your various missions, but you're also flying in space. You also have mechs that are kind of like, well, there is that whole kaiju Jaeger Pacific Rim kind of thing happening, maybe a little bit. I don't know, but it's kind of cool. It's very, very cool when you've got that sort of thing happening. But yeah, there's some great music here, and so one of the tracks here was just called the main character Emmett. He has a theme that runs throughout this, but it's pretty cool. There's some other great stuff going on here. I'm just going to let it play. Just some fantastic stuff. Really, again, it rides that line between more modern, and then you fall back into that whole going back into the idea of the Old West and the Western kind of thing, which Firefly did so well. But it really comes through here in Starhawk. So yeah. Now Starhawk is a PS3 game, I believe. And if you haven't heard this score, I definitely recommend you go out and find it. It is definitely worth having a listen to. So, with that in mind, if you are interested in any of the film, television, or video game music that I do play on my show, whether it is Starhawk or one of the many other scores that I have out there, by all means, you can first of all, you can try to contact me at visionsinsound@gmail.com, but you can also try to listen to me on every Saturday morning on Mix 98.5, and that way you can hear the show live. But if you do miss the show, which does happen, you can also go on my website, visionsinsound.ca, where there is a lot of stuff, and things are going to be changing a little bit, but not much. But there's going to be a lot more. I think I'm going to try to make it easier to access those channels and such. It's pretty cool. I am on the Twitter at Visions Sound. I can also be found on Blue Sky at Visions in Sound at bsky.social. But I can also be found on Good Pods, a downloadable app for your phone or other type devices. And like I said, I can be found on many of the other podcatchers out there, including the likes of Apple Music. So, going back to the whole like, share, subscribe mantra that I'll be going through, I'm actually now at a pretty close to 70 subscribers. It doesn't seem like much, but you know, every subscriber helps. I'll just say that. So with that in mind, get out there and listen to unusual scores that are outside the mainstream. You may not necessarily know the composer or are familiar with the composer, but give them a chance, because there are composers out there that are worthy of your time. Trust me. And with that in mind, I'll simply say this. Have yourself a great day. Bye for now.